Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning devotion. And it is December 28th today. Nice, cool day. Get out your favorite flannel and head outside a little bit. And yesterday I had a little bit of a compact sinus, man. I don't know. It's like all of a sudden my nose blew up. But today, much more clear. So I'm not sure what that was about, but anyway, you know how it goes. It's that time of year. But anyway, my name's Bo, and my full name's Bo Willette. You could always go to the archives at YouTube, type in my name right up there, and you can go to all the videos. They're all archived there. YouTube is kind of giving me a hassle this morning, so I'm not sure if I'm live on there or not right now, but I am live here on Facebook, and good to have different people already here with me. Mike, Pam is in the house all the way from our kind of old neck of the woods, Ventura County, which back in Scott and my day was a lot smaller than it is right now. Ventura County definitely has grown a ton. I used to, love riding bikes around and, just that kind of, a lot of open fields anyway. And there still is in Camarillo, but not a lot. It's pretty packed. So Pam's out there in Camarillo. Bob's in the house. He agrees that peanut butter cookies are great for sinus stuff. Bob, you are so right. How did you know that Paula's peanut butter cookies did it? It must have been. So anyway, so good having you guys all here. We're going to be in Psalm 119. We're going to do the fourth part right there. Part 4, and we'll try to get it done. So let's get into it and see how this flows. So this psalm is basically about, I think, like when I just kind of read it with you guys, it seems like it's all about just getting in the Word, like how awesome it is to be instructed by God and His Scriptures. Now, this next line, which we are in 105, right? The alphabet, remember the Hebrew alphabet is kind of laying out these different sections of Psalm 119. It's a great way to remember kind of a psalm that's a song that's this long, right? This is like the epic album that's like, an hour long, like of one song. And so it's like a Grateful Dead song, the Deadheads, man, they love those like 15-minute long songs, right? We all know why they like them long, right? Okay, never mind. But A, B, C, D, E, F, G, if we broke it up like that, A, boom, there's the lyrics. B, boom, there's the lyrics. You get the idea. So we're in Nun, N-U-N. Now hear this line. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I mean, gosh, how many times have we sung that, right, in the church? It's a great passage. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. So you could see how this psalm really hones in on the idea of what the Word of God can do to us. It can help us in so many ways, instruct us in the ways of God, and to really set our mind on the Word of God in a daily way. That's why I like to do daily devotions and just go through the Bible. It says, I've promised it once, and I'll promise it again. I will obey your righteous regulations. I have suffered much, O Lord. Restore my life again as you promised. Lord, accept my offering of praise and teach me your regulations. Don't you just love that? Restore, teach. I mean, how many of us need restoration in life? How many of us as human beings have so many issues, right? You think you get one done, but then you got another one, right? And there's always more to work on in our life. Boy, do we need a place that we can go and find restoration, right? A place that can teach us, a place that can help us, And this is who God is to us. He's the one who restores our hearts. He's the one who can help us, teach us. It says, my life constantly hangs in the balance, but I will not stop obeying your instructions. Even in risky times, scary times, where's the focus of this person? It's on God, right? It's on God's ability to be able to help them out. And, we always have to ask that question in life. Like I know I do today, and I did certainly back in the day, and that is, who do I look to? Where am I fixing my eyes? Is it on the power structures of the world? Is it on the governments of the planet? Are they going to help? Are they going to do it? Are they going to be able to help me in my time of trial? Who am I really trusting? The wicked have set their traps for me, but I will not turn from your commands. Your laws are my treasure. They are my heart's delight. I am determined to keep your decrees to the very end. Your word's everything. That's what he's getting at. So the next one, it says, the next letter, I hate those with divided loyalties, but I love your instructions. Divided loyalties. God, help me not be divided, right? In my heart divided, right? Succumb to my own inclinations, right? Help me not to be divided. That's a good one. I like that one. It says, but I love your instructions. You are my refuge and my shield. Your word is my source of hope. What's my source of hope today? What are you hoping in? What am I hoping in? Where's that lie? Can you find something on the planet that you can put your hope in? Oh, I got that cool thing at Christmas. I'm going to put my hope in that. I mean, is that really a good object of all of your hope? I think we learn pretty young in Christmas that you get a gift, and then after a while, it just becomes blasé, right? It becomes whatever, That's right. We got to put our hope in something grandioso, something big, something awesome, something powerful, someone who can help you when you're dying. That's what I need, that kind of power. I'm talking about some serious raised from the dead power. And this is who God is. He is the creator, and he is the raiser from the dead, if you will. It says, "Get out my life, you evil-minded people, for I intended to obey the commands of God," or I intend to obey. The idea is, who's in your life? Who's around you? What are you surrounded by? Who? Where are they moving you? What influence do they have in your life? Good questions for us. Lord, sustain me as you promised, that I may live. Do not let my hope be crushed. Sustain me and I will be rescued. I love how he says, let not my hope be crushed, meaning it can be crushed, right? My hope can be crushed. So I'm going to need to ask God to help me. Do not let my hope be crushed. Sustain me and I will be rescued. Then I will meditate continually on your decrees. But you have rejected all who stay from your decrees. They are only fooling themselves. You skim off the wicked of the earth like scum. No wonder I love to obey your laws. I tremble in fear of you. I stand in awe of your regulations. Some of us don't like that idea of, gosh, God, what is he doing? Skimming off the wicked of the earth like scum? That sounds really harsh. Well, I mean, what kind of God do you want? Do you want a God who is for the good and against the wicked and who judges wickedness? Or do you want a God who loves wickedness? I mean, is that what we're asking for? Now, if I be honest about my upbringing, that's what I wanted. As a super progressive SoCal boy, what you want is you want a deity, and this is what you're doing, by the way. You want a God like you because you think you're so awesome, you think you're so good, that you think you have some kind of ethic upper hand on everybody that you really know. And so what you do is you project your own narcissism onto the deity that you've made up in your brain. And that's what I did, right? I just projected the God as I understand him to be a big version of me. So I go, oh yeah, God wouldn't be too bummed of what I did last night because, I don't want to be too bummed at what I did last night. God just is just me. He's just in a figment of imagination in my brain. And I just make him according to my likeness, my ways, that kind of thing. And that's what I did. And that's what so many of us do on the planet, right? We've succumbed to the old idolatry. Yep. Yeah, who would have thought I would have been an idol worshiper? But there I go once again. Yep, man, no fun. And so let's go to the next letter. Don't leave me to the mercy of my enemies, for I have done what is just and right. Please guarantee a blessing for me. Don't let the arrogant oppress me. I love that. Don't let the enemies win, God. I am your servant. Deal with me in unfailing love and teach me your decrees. How does God deal with you? In unfailing love. It's good to remember today. Give me discernment, and then I will understand your laws. Lord, it is time for you to act, for these evil people have violated your instructions. Truly, I love your commands more than gold, even the finest gold. Each of the commandments is right. That is why I hate every false way. So, that's a short one, just about, hey, God, deal with those enemies again. Man, people that aren't into you, Lord, people that hate you. When are you going to act? When are you going to do your thing? When are you going to judge? When are you going to come back? That's the idea. You've heard that before, right? Maranatha. When are you going to come back? Well, this is what the psalmist is writing about. When are you going to come back, God, and deal with it? I mean, don't you just get tired of the injustices in the world? Don't you get just tired of the way the world works and the way you work, right? Don't just blame that world because we're a part of it. Don't you just even look within and find, nothing, and then you look without and you find nothing? That's why God is the remedy. He's the remedy within, and he's the remedy without, right? He's the one who can fix the things out there, and he's the things that can fix the thing in me. So, okay, your laws are wonderful. 129. No wonder I obey him. The teaching of your word gives light, so even the simple can understand. Yeah, that's good. It's nice when things are put down really simply, right? Pretty easy. I pant with expectation, longing for your commands. Oh, that's kind of cool. I pant. 131. I pant. I'm just waiting for what your next command is. Come and show me your mercy as you do all who love your name. Guide my steps by your word so I will not be overcome by evil. Ransom me from the oppression of evil people. This person needs a ransom, a kind of buying out of. Isn't that interesting? One of the Psalms talk about God as being a redeemer. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, the Psalms talk about God being our father, the judge, a shepherd, many things. An artist. The Psalms we saw talk about God as an artist, and also a redeemer. Someone who buys us out of slavery, right? And so ransom me from the oppression of evil people, then I can obey your commandments. Get me away from these evil folk. That kind of idea. Look upon me with love, teach me your decrees. Rivers and tears gush from my eyes because people disobey your instruction. It's kind of neat how we can end today's devotion on this Psalm 119, 136. We're not going to finish, obviously. We got a little longer to go. But it says, rivers of tears gush from my eyes because people disobey your instruction. Do I have that kind of compassion and sadness, I guess, when I see other people moving away from you? And I guess we can look at it like sometimes we have children, right? Our kids, when our kids move away from God, that can break our hearts big time. And that's, I think, a beautiful emotion to have, right? When we see just people moving in different directions, but they're just not looking up. They don't want to look up. They're kind of scared to look up, right? A lot of people get scared to look up to the God of Israel. Why? Because they're afraid of being judged. And instead of understanding that, yes, you will be judged, but God is the safest place to be so that he can, and when he judges, he will judge with what? Unfailing love, the Psalms always say, and mercy, and his judgment on you will be safe. See, the world and friends and a lot of people sometimes don't judge you with unfailing love and with mercy. A lot of times in the world we see a merciless world, a world that just wants to tear apart because of envy and strife and self-righteousness and so many other issues that we have that leads us to murder, all kinds of evil that just flows out of us, and it seems to flow out of us. It seems to be so natural. We definitely need judgment as a race of people. There's no doubt about that. We need some kind of judgment on us, or we just run amok. And God is the judge, but he's also the safest judge, meaning he's the one who will be merciful and have everlasting love when you come to him humbly, right? God, I need you. God, help me. Be there for me. That kind of idea. And to see someone turn towards the world for some kind of mercy, for some kind of grace, that's the sad part in our hearts, right? Why do we get sad when we see people turning away? Why do our eyes gush, right? Why do tears flow from our eyes when we see our loved ones, people we care about, moving away from God? It's because we know that they're moving away from the most safest place they can go to really deal with their lives, and that they're going to go to the unmerciful. They're going to go to the ungracious. Oh, it might seem gracious at that start. Oh, you might seem like you're accepted in for a time and for a season. But even in that culture, they'll come at you. It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's just when. Why? Because that's what humans do. Yeah, you get us all on an island together, and we're cool for a time. And then it just gets ugly. It's too bad. But, if we can get our eyes off of one another and get them focused on God, and let God be the one to judge each of us, right? And this is a New Testament concept. Judge nothing before the time where each one's hearts will be revealed by the Lord. Get my mind off of other people, other things, and get them on God. And He needs to judge my heart. And He will judge my heart. And He will judge my actions. And that is something that puts me right up there looking up. Okay, God, I could look at this, my neighbor, and I could start judging my neighbor and getting all tweaked on him. But you know what? I got enough stuff for you to deal with. I need to focus on you, so sufficient what is it? The sufficient, there's enough evil in the day, right? What is it? I forget how the term goes, Jesus said, but there's enough evil in this day for me to think about and to worry about or to care about than to get too lofty and start thinking about other things. Like, man, look at your own house right now, right? And so I love that. Rivers of tears gush from my eyes because people disobey your instructions. So, yeah, it's so true. Anyway, it's a good reminder. These are always good reminders of how the Word of God can help us in our times of trials, with enemies, things like that. Keep focusing on God. Again, always looking up. So that's kind of the idea of what we're going over. So Patty says, our Redeemer lives. That's right. So where do we get those ideas? The Psalms definitely bring it home in song, right? So very cool. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. We'll finish that tomorrow. And so I think that famous line was the first one we started with. Your word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And that was great. So anyway, Paula, hope you have a great day. And thanks always for joining in. And we will talk to you guys later as we think through kind of what we went through a little bit, right? Guide my steps by your word. Important. You guys take care, okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.